All right, people, and I'm wishing you the blessings of the day, all the way from Abuja, Nigeria. Okay, so who is present here? So let me see who is present and who has something to tell us. All right, so happy to meet everybody that will be joining us later. My name is Udemo Bonsin, and I'm a trainer with Impact Her on the the Google Digital Skills Project, and I'm going to be your facilitator for this particular session. And so just a regular housekeeping, do well to click on the share button and then copy the link, invite a friend to join us, right? And then again, hit on the thumbs up button, and then hit on the subscribe button. But meanwhile, do well to say hi to Beryl in the chat. You're going to see Beryl against the blue spanner and Amarachis on the other end to help us to make this session go well. Okay, so I hope you're super excited about what we are going to be sharing today. So we're going to be discussing something very important and very interesting as well, how to create a digital marketing plan. Now, you and I know so well that planning is key for everything, basically. Whatever you're doing, whether you're planning life, you're planning a project, you're planning to get married, basically just everything, there has to be a plan. The pilots fly with a plan, the builders build with a plan. And there's basically planning for everything you can think about, right? So it's not different with the digital space. It's not different with marketing. So you need to plan it out, plan all the way to the end, says one of the laws of power. So do well to say hi to Burial and tell us your name, tell us where you are joining us from, tell us how you're faring, tell us how business is, and just basically everything, how you're doing. All right. And I'm so happy to have you, Rosaline. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope Ghana is well and fine this morning. So please click on the link and then invite a friend or remind a friend to join us here. I'm going to be entertaining your questions. So if you have questions from this session or questions from the last session, or if you have concerns about anything, do well to just ask us there in the chat, right? We'll be happy to help. We'll be happy to assist. That is actually what we are here for, right? So thank you so much for joining us once again, and we are going to be doing create a digital marketing plan. And I'm going to be taking several breaks, about 3 breaks, to answer your questions, right? So I hope you have some writing materials where you're going to be jotting down some tips and tricks we are going to be sharing here so that it will be useful for you and useful for your business and for whatever services you render to the public. Okay, so I'm going to deep dive into the session right now. But meanwhile, just so you know, we are going to be doing this in 3 different segments. Now, the first of them is for us to have an introduction to what digital marketing is and why digital marketing is useful for your business. And then how can you devise your own digital marketing plan will be the second part. And then we'll head over to the last part. We'll be sharing top tips and tricks for you to harness the power of digital advertising. So it's going to be a whole lot, really packed full, just to give you value for the time you're going to be spending here with us. So do well to stick around, do well to share with us whatever concerns you have, questions, anything that crosses your mind. We'll be happy to attend to all of them. Thank you so much once again, and remember to say hi to Burial, say hi to Marachis at the back end also. And drop your questions if you have them. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you are yet to, and copy the link from the share button and invite a friend. And whoever is supposed to join us here, invite them to come join us here as we deep dive into the session proper. So this is just more like a reminder. If you have a small business, if you have a big business, we have an NGO, we are running one, you want it to grow, you want it to scale, so you can take advantage of the Google Hustle Academy that is offered to you at no cost. So you head over to g.co/Hustle Academy. Beryl is going to share that link in the chat, right? So sign up. Is 1 week for you to plan your growth, is 1 week for you to plan your sales, learn about digital marketing, learn about financing, learn about how to pitch, and then you get matched with a mentor to just guide you through everything you may need to know around your business. So it's 1 week packed full of everything. So take advantage of it. It's completely free. Now I don't know how more generous a brand can be by giving you all this free stuff without asking you for a single kobo. So yes, I'm going to be asking you a couple of questions, and I expect you to ask me a couple of questions as well. So let's make it super engaging. Let's make it super interactive, so that I won't end up speaking all the English alone. All right. So let me be the first person to ask you the question. So how do you engage with customers currently? How do you engage with customers currently? So share with us in the chat how you engage with customers currently. And so far, I've only seen Rosaline. Rosaline, please, could you copy the link from the share button to invite your friends and colleagues to join us? So how do you engage with your customers currently? Do you engage with them through word of mouth? Do you engage with them through Google? Do you use social media platform? Or do you advertise on radio? Do you go to the television? Do you print banners? Do you do flyers? What do you do basically? So share with us in the chat how you've been engaging with your customers. So far, so good. Via Facebook. Thank you so much, Rosaline. Um, I hope you've been running ads as well. So if you have not been running ads on Facebook, maybe you may need to think around that also. Thank you so much for that beautiful response. Okay, so I'll just move on with the content while I wait for the rest of the team to come join us here. All right, so this is an introduction to digital marketing, which is going to be the first aspect of what we are going to be doing. So now, my second question, what is digital marketing? What do you know? What do you understand by digital marketing? Have you used digital marketing to market before? I know you've said Facebook, but do you know Facebook is one of the digital marketing platforms? It's social media, and it's just one of the various platforms that actually exist. Social media, right? So, what is digital marketing? So, share with us and what you think and what you know to be digital marketing. Share with us in the chat. I'll be happy to engage with you as well. All right. So, digital marketing basically concentrates and is more like the promotion of digital, promotion of products, services, goods using the digital electronic devices and on the internet. So anything you are marketing on the internet, whether you're using social media, whether you're using your website, whether you're using an app, whichever platform you are using, they all are, that's what you are doing basically is they are doing digital marketing, right? So away from the television, away from the radio, away from the radio stations and the rest of those the platforms, they are all good and they all promote your business. But if you take it online, you have the possibility of reaching a wider audience. So a wider audience is always present for you when you are doing your business online, when you're taking your business online. So if you are yet to have your business online, it's something you may need to start thinking about and maybe implement it as soon as possible. So digital marketing also allows organizations to analyze campaigns. You also get to see how your campaigns did and what you could do better because it provides you with stats to know how the performance was. And then your content and strategy to also understand what's working and what is not working. So typically in real time, so you can always find the behavior of a particular ad, how it is behaving, how it is not behaving, and basically just everything. Any form of online marketing. Thank you so much, Rosalind. That's beautiful. And just so you know, everybody, nobody can go wrong here. So what we are trying to do is just to keep you engaged. I won't say you're wrong. No, you can't be wrong, right? So feel free to drop anything you want to say. Drop your responses. Feel free, and feel free to engage us also in the chat section. Okay, so we live in a mobile world. So we have basically 747 million SIM connections in sub-Saharan Africa, right? And then we have 91% of South Africans own phones, own mobile phones, 80% in Kenya and 80% in Nigeria, respectively. And then we have some 65% of the active mobile users in Nigeria have shopped online. So if you're in Nigeria or if you're in any of the African countries, this is just to raise your concern that you are not doing the proper thing if you are not doing your business online, right? Because people are spending more time online, people are looking for information online, people have more answers to their questions pretty much at just a tap away, you know. So information is readily available from, and where are those information available? With the internet, most people are using the mobile phones. If you are running campaigns, you get to find out that the ratio of mobile phones that are being used to access that campaign to other devices is maybe 50 and the rest. So mobile phones always have the highest percentage. So what this is just trying to draw your attention to is, if you are not doing your business online, you should start thinking about how to get your business online. Okay. So what opportunities might arise from connecting with customers online? What do you think are the various opportunities that may arise from you connecting with customers online? Hi, Larissa. Welcome. Thank you for joining us once again. And so I know you said you are using Facebook and Instagram. Thank you so much for sharing that. So, what opportunities do you think might arise from connecting with customers online? Because several opportunities come up. If people are jumping on their phones at every time to check for information, and then they find information, possibly they get to a business, that means there's a possibility that there are advantages of being online. So, what do you think are the opportunities that your business will be presented with if you have customers online? So, share with us what you think the opportunities might be. Hi, Grace Ann. Thank you so much for joining us. Larissa, Grace Ann, Rosaline. Please do well to hit on the share button, copy the link, and invite a friend. And then at intervals, do well to take a screenshot and share on your social media platforms and tag Digital Skills for Africa and tell them how valuable the content you're getting from here is, right? And then hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell if you are yet to. And thank you so much for joining us again. Beryl is in the chat. Marach is at the back end, so do well to converse with them. And just so you know, I'll be taking several breaks to answer to your questions. If you have questions, drop them in the chat for me. All right? Okay. So, what advantages do you think you might have? What opportunities do you think being online as a business will present to you? Share with us in the chat. Okay, so I'm just going to list a few of them. You get to have increased reach because people are available online, and then you have global access. People have global access where you get to reach them 24 hours of the day, 7 days of the week, and then you reach your niche audience. Gets to allow customers to find your products and your services easily when you're available online as well. And then you also learn about what your customers are doing because you get to conduct customer research, consumer research, market research, competitor research, right? The trend research, what is happening around the trend in your market, in your space, in your niche, in your industry, right? So you also get to communicate and improve on how you support your customers, get to improve your customer service level, and it gives you that greater flexibility. And again, you communicate with your customers and get their feedbacks on your business every time you get to do that. So these are the few of the truckload of opportunities that are presented to you by being online. Okay, so let's look at a few more key digital marketing channels to consider for digital marketing channel. I know you mentioned Instagram and Facebook. That is just one of them, right? We are going to be explaining that shortly. So you have this SEO, which is the search engine optimization. We have the SEM, the search engine marketing. We have the social media marketing, which is the SMM, which is the one you mentioned, Facebook and Instagram. Then we have the display marketing, we have the email marketing, and then we have the content marketing. Right? So they will be blended together when we put our strategy together. So I'm just going to go through each of them briefly. Okay, so we have the SEO, which is a search engine optimization. Thank you so much, Judy. You're joining from Ghana, and then you do Kiki beats and more. So you said you produce bead accessories, you bead jewelries, and you're looking to export 10% of your proceeds to 10% of proceeds go to help premature babies. Oh wow, that's a beautiful and very very amazing plan. Thank you so much, Judy, for sharing that. Okay, so just stick around and learn some tips that could be useful for what you do. All right, and everybody that is present on the chat, please do well to copy the share link and invite somebody. Okay, so this is SEO we are speaking about right now. So SEO is basically optimizing your website so that it shows more often on search engine results, search engines like Google, like Bing, DuckDuck, and all those other platforms. So there's sometimes you make a search and there's some websites gets to show on maybe page 10 if you make a search and then you go to the bottom of that page, you see page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of those are people's websites, right? So the only reason why Google is showing you the ones that are showing you first is because those other ones are not properly optimized to be on page 1. So when they do their optimization properly, it gets to page 1. Okay? So the fight is always about page 1 because people rarely go to page 2, page 3, and the rest. It takes a lot before people click on page 2, 3, 4, and the rest. All right? And then the search engine marketing, which is, I call it the senior brother of the search engine optimization. Now, just so you know, the search engine optimization takes a lot of time and it involves a lot of technicalities and it's free, right? Google doesn't charge you any money for trying to tweak your website and make them index it properly so that it gets to page 1 over time. But if you want your page to get to page 1, just maybe overnight, what you need to do is just to tell Google, okay, I don't have the patience to work on this website. Please collect money and put me on page 1. They won't just put you on page 1. They put you at the top of the page because they are paying money, right? Because Google obviously shows when you're making a search, Google will show you the search engine results. And from the search engine result page, they'll show you the ads first, the ones people are paying for first, before the ones that are optimized properly. So the ads shows first before the search engine optimized web pages show to you. Okay, so SEO is free, SEM is not free. Search engine optimization is free. It takes time. It could take maybe 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year if I'm very good. And then the SEM is you telling Google, okay, collect money and just put me on the first page. And they will do that. But when your money finishes, you go back to the position you belong. So it's important you are working on your website, optimizing it for you to come to the first page while still paying money for it to show on the first page, right? So I know a lot of you have spoken about the search in social media marketing, the likes of Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and the rest of those places where people get to interact with people and drive traffic to your products, your services, based basically on what you do. Okay, and then in display marketing are online advertising in many different formats on your websites, on your apps, they show everywhere. Those ones just show to distract you. There are actually people paying for those ads to show to you, right? So email marketing, other on the other hand, is collecting and using email addresses to communicate with your customers, with your users, to post your brand, show them your products, show them your services, eventually till it converts. And then the content marketing is sharing different types of content, such as blog posts, um, excuse me. So that's the blog posts, the designs, the creatives, the infographics, all of that's just basically to draw traffic to what you do. Content is king. So content, you need content for search engine optimization, you need content for search engine marketing, you need content for social media marketing, you need content for display marketing, you need content for email marketing. So content is a king, right? It cuts across all the other channels of digital marketing, right? So I'm gonna be taking the first pause to check if you have questions for me. Hi Chika, and welcome. Thank you for joining us. And again, do well to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you are yet to, copy the link from the share, and invite a friend. Thank you so much already. Right? So if you have questions for us, please do well to drop it in the chat. We'll be happy to answer them. So do I have any questions so far? So if I have questions, I want to see them now. So questions, questions, questions. Okay. So I'm just going to hang on for maybe a few more seconds and then just see if there's somebody that's going to ask us something. So and Amarachi is in the chat, Beryl is in the chat as well. So do well to engage with them when you have anything. All right. So while waiting for your questions, I'll just go over to the second part of this presentation. Okay. So the second part is how you can build your digital marketing plan. Like I mentioned earlier, planning is key across everything. You're planning life, you're planning marriage, you're planning children, you're planning babies, planning relationship, anything, planning a business, planning a project, planning a flight, planning a design, anything basically anything. Planning a message, planning a presentation like I'm doing. Everything is basically molded and built. Everything in this molecular world is built on a plan, right? And it's not different with marketing. It's not different in the digital space. You need to plan it out. That's why there's a project manager, because the project manager is just to ensure that the plan works from where it was planned down to where the execution happened to when the project got ended. So everything is built on a plan. So your digital marketing also needs to have a plan. And there are 6 basic steps to building a digital marketing plan. Now, we are going to be deliberating on each of them broadly. Now, the first step is for you to have a business goal and a business objective. Second step is for you to have, for you to consider the budget and resources. Excuse me. The third step will be for you to consider your audience, and then the fourth one will be for you to pick a channel. The fifth one will be for you to plan your activity, and then the sixth one will be for you to measure everything you've been doing with SMART. SMART is not just smart as paid. The SMART as the English word. It's an abbreviation now, and it means something. So if you be kind enough, why not tell us in the chat what SMART means? What does SMART mean from wherever you read it from? And just a reminder, you can't go wrong here, right? You can't be wrong. So drop it in the chat. Whatever you feel SMART means, drop it in the chat for us. Let's see. Let's see if you are here, right? I want to see if you are just here. So drop for me in the chat what SMART means. SMART. S stands for something, A for something, R, T stands for something. So drop it in the chat for us. Let's see what they mean while I go on with the session. All right, so let's talk about the goals, the business goals and objectives. And we're going to be taking up a case study of Monthly. So Monthly is a hairdresser, and his business goals are to get more customers through his doors, both the new customers and the past customers, and make more people in his area know that his business actually exists. So you need to clarify your goals. What are those general statements that you want your business to be predicated on? So successful businesses are always based on those goals and those objectives. So goals are those general statements of what you want to achieve, while the objectives are those specific steps or the actions that you take to reach those goals, right? So objectives are the steps you take. The goals are the general statement on what you actually want to achieve. All right, so let's see examples of online objectives. If you want to grow your business, like in the case of Monthly, his objective could be maybe to increase traffic to his website or to increase his online sales. And just like the lady in the chat that does Beat, Judy, that does Beat, maybe your objective could be to increase social media page follows, likes from your customers, or maybe to increase online reach and awareness. It could be any of those, right? But when you are dealing with objectives and goals, you need to make the objectives and the goals to match themselves. You need to place them side by side, right? So if your goals are to make more people aware that you actually exist, your objectives will definitely be to increase online reach and awareness. If your business goals are to sell more products, your objectives would be for you to increase website sales. If you want to get found by more people, your objectives would be to increase social media page likes, followers from your customers. And then if your goals are to get more returning customers, then definitely you want to increase traffic to your website. All right, so the second part is going to be the budget and resources. So Monthly is still a subject matter. So you need to ask yourself what is possible with what you have. Let's say you want to build a multi-billion-dollar company, but looking at your pocket, maybe you just have 1,000 CDs with you. Well, it's laughable though, but so you must start from somewhere. So you need to tell yourself an honest truth. What is possible with what is available, right? So like Monthly in this case, Monthly says he does not have a website yet, as a website is too much of an investment at the moment. So you can available, and we are going to be making a couple of recommendations for Monthly as we move on. And now, after you've decided the budget you have, the next thing you do is just to select your audience, choose an audience, know your audience. Let me say it that way. Know the kind of audience that you want to do business with. How do you know the kind of audience? You need to draw a fictitious image of who your audience is. We call it a persona of who a typical audience of yours is. So in monthly's case, it says he's targeting females in his local area, and his most valuable customers are females that are both 30 years old, right? And then they normally have children. That means there's a possibility that they are married, and then they work part time, and then most of them use Facebook. So he has been able to draw a typical picture of who is typical audience is. Is a female, is maybe married or maybe a single parent, and then works part time, and then the person uses Facebook, right? So he has drawn an image of who he wants to be his audience. That is who he's going to be targeting on all the platforms he's going to be doing his business with. So now, after he has decided on his audience, the next thing he's supposed to do is to choose the various channels that is going to be targeting those class of audience, right? So now, there are various channels, and then not all marketing channels suit your business goals. What works for one may not work for the other. So you need to consider which channel works for what. So if you are using Facebook and Instagram, does your business resonate with Facebook and Instagram people? Are your audience present there? Or maybe your audience are on LinkedIn. Who knows? Maybe your audience are searching only on Google. You never can say. So you need to make a research on where your audience are actually present. So if your online objective is to increase online reach and awareness, what you're going to be looking out for, the platforms you're going to be looking out for will be display marketing, will be social media marketing, will be the content marketing. And then if you want to increase your website sales, you're going to be looking at the search engine marketing, search engine optimization, and then the email marketing. Same thing with if you want to increase traffic to your website, search engine marketing, search engine optimization, email marketing. But on the other hand, if you want to increase customer loyalty, what you're looking at for is going to be social media, email marketing, and content marketing. And then when you've decided all these places, you've decided on your budget, you decided on the channel, decided on your audience, right? And you've laid out your goals and your objectives. The next thing you're going to do is for you to plan your activity. What do you want? How do you want to do what you want to do, right? Do you want to focus on SEO? Do you want to focus on SEM or what? Right? So, but in this case, in monthly's case, we are going to be doing a couple of recommendations. So now, monthly said, my online objectives are to reach many people in my local area and get more returning customers. He has admitted that he does not have a website yet, as a website is too much of an investment for him right now. So he's now asking a question. So how could I use digital to help? How could I use digital to help? Right? And so what we are going to be doing is we are going to be just making a couple of recommendations for monthly. So if you don't have a website, and for those of you that are leveraging on social media platforms, I'm sure you are doing that possibly because you think website is so much of an investment at the moment, just like monthly. So I'm going to be making a couple of recommendations to you. So what you are going to do first is to list your business on Google Business Profile and create a free website. So the Google Business Profile is that platform that Google offers you to not just fix your business on the map, they offer you also to own an online presence on both search and the map, right? And then you get to have that presence across all those platforms where people get to find when people go to make a search about your brand, about your category, about your product, or about your services, right? And then you also get to set up a Facebook page. For those of you that are using Facebook already and Instagram, you can set up a page where you get to make your post about your products, your brands, your services, then collect reviews. Both the good and the bad reviews are important. Let people comment, let people review you, right? So post pictures of what you do. Like in case of monthly, we're recommended I post pictures of hairstyles of customers, right? So in your own case, it might be the bead you're doing, or it might be the crayfish you're selling, or whatever it is you're doing. So you post those pictures on those places. And you can ultimately use the Facebook advertising feature to target people in your local area. Because when you make a post on your page, uh, only people that visit that page will see it. But if you are making a post, we are running an ad, what happens basically is you get to be able to target specific kind of audiences that will resonate better with your business. Like monthly can target the female, can set this ad to target only female, can set this ad to target only female from 30 years up, can set this ad to target only female that are married, right? And then you can set this ad to target people that are working part-time if it's using Facebook ad. But you may not be able to do much of that if you are using just the page where you get to post. Okay, so that is, and you can, if from Facebook, you can also run the same ad on Instagram simultaneously. So it's a great platform for you to take advantage of and explore. And again, he needs to measure what he has been doing. So I asked you earlier what that SMART means. Has anybody said anything? Okay, thanks so much. Specific, measurable, actionable, or achievable, realistic, and time bound. Thank you so much. Just like I said earlier, depending on where you read it from, different people read different things and have different meanings across the web, right? So specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time bound. Okay, thank you so much, Quick Meals. Thank you, Judy. Do you pay to be on Etsy? Please, could you tell us what Etsy is? I wouldn't really know what Etsy is. Thank you so much for throwing a little more light on it, Judy. And everybody that's engaging Burial, thank you. Everybody that's engaging us in the chat, thank you so much. And then please do well to hit the like button, subscribe button, and then turn on notification bell. And then at intervals, take a screenshot and post it on your social media handles and tag Digital Skills for Africa and tell them how valuable the content we are sharing here is to you. Okay? And then copy the link from the share button and invite a friend to join us. Okay, so now we spoke about the SMART. So what are your SMART objectives? So SMART objectives will always help you to get to set goals that are more likely to succeed, that you are more likely to succeed in and achieve. So instead of just plucking out ideas out of the thin air, you need to use this acronym to give you more structure when you're trying to do your measurements, where the S stands for specific. So when you speak about specific, what exactly do you want to achieve? Do you want to just drive attention, or do you want to increase your sales? Do you want to make more money from sales? What do you want to achieve? Right? You need to be very detailed with yourself. How do you want to achieve it? Who do you want to use to achieve it? What do you want? When do you want to achieve it? Where do you want to achieve it? Give your goals as much details and as much thoughts as possible. And then the M will stand for measurable. So how will you know that those your goals have been achieved? What metrics will show your success? And is it going to be in the number of likes and comments? Or is it going to be in the number of engagement? Is it going to be in the number of people that are asking you about the price and not paying? Or is it going to be in the number of people that are actually paying the money and not asking you too much questions? What do you want to use as a parameter to measure that your goals have been achieved? Right? Okay. And now the A stands for achievable. Do you have the skills to get it done? I'm asking you to go and run ads now. Do you have what it takes to run ads? Do you have what it takes to run SEO? Do you have what it takes to run search engine marketing, run display marketing, and search ads? Right? Do you have the skills to get it done? Do you have the time? Do you have the resources? Do you have the financial know-how, the technical know-how to get those goals achieved? Right? And then the R stands for realistic. Is the goals, are they likely to be achieved, or is it just a mere dream? Are you just building castles in the air? Do you have what it takes? Is it not just maybe you're just shooting into the moon without any specific plan or possibility of getting it done? And then the T stands for time bound. Is it timely? What do you want to complete? When do you want to complete what you want to complete? What is the time frame? What is the end date? What end date do you have in mind? So you need to give your goals a date, right? So that to give you that motivation and get you continuously moving forward. You don't want to keep it open-ended, because if you keep it open-ended, you might end up not being serious about it. So give it a time frame, maybe a month, maybe 2 months, maybe 3 months, maybe quarterly, maybe 6 months, or maybe 1 year. Build a time around what you want to achieve. Okay. So let's see how you can set SMART objectives. So setting SMART objectives actually will help you to measure the success of all those activities. So we are going to be looking at broad objectives first, which is for you to increase online sales or to increase brand awareness. And then the SMART objectives, on the other hand, are measurable, actionable objectives. And how you get to reach your broader objectives. So how do you get to reach the broad objective? So if you want to increase online sales, what you are doing in the SMART is to increase online sales by 20% within 3 months, because you've added time to it. You've added the percentage of the increase you want to see. And if your broad objective is to increase brand awareness, you want to increase your brand awareness on Facebook. You've mentioned the platform by growing your audience with new people by 40%. There's a percentage of the increase. There's a platform that is mentioned, and maybe there's a time attached to it also. Okay, and this is a typical digital marketing plan for monthly. So a typical digital marketing plan is to have the business goals, the business online objectives, the audience, the channel, the activity, the smart objectives. And in Monday's case, it's going to be his business goal will be to reach more people in his local area, get more customers through his door, and then his audience are female 39 to 45, local area, and then past customers. His channels will be the local SEO, which is the Google My Business, the Google Business profile that we recommended for him, and Facebook or maybe Instagram added. And then his activity will be to build a website and boost visibility on Google, use Facebook advertising to target people in his local area. And then his online objective will be to increase online reach, increase returning customers, while his smart objectives will be for him to increase Facebook page likes from new people by 50% within the next month as 1 month target, and increase his bookings from past customers by 20% in the next quarter. Right? Okay, so I'm going to be taking the second pause to answer your question before I go over to the last part of this presentation. Yes, KPIs. KPIs. Thank you so much, Judy. Yes, KPIs. That is the means of what do you want to measure? What is the parameter of measurement? Okay, yes, thank you so much, Judy, for saying that. Okay, I'm still waiting for you to mention what Etsy is. Please help me. Maybe I don't know that one. Thank you so much, Judy, for being so engaging in the chat. And any other person, please do well to say something to us. We want to hear from you. Ask us questions. We want to answer your questions as well. And please, again, hit the like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and copy the link and invite somebody. Thank you so much already. Okay, so while I wait for your questions, I'm just going to go over to the last part of this presentation, how to harness the power of digital marketing. So let's see how you can get started with search engine marketing. So this is a typical appearance of the search engine results page. But it contains three main features. And now the first you're going to be seeing there is that part that is squared with a yellow box, right? Which is going to be which is a search query, what people actually type to search. When you type something on Google, that is actually a search query. It's a keyword you are typing there to make that search. And then you head over to the blue one, which is the paid text and the shopping ads. So now, like I mentioned earlier, the ones that are paid for are going to be the ones that will show first before the search engine optimized results. Now, if you look at the green one are the organic search listings, right? The organic search listings are the free, those guys got there for free. But the guys that actually paid money are the ones that are doing the search engine marketing. They didn't get there for free. Remember, I told you that the organic results are they take a long time. They take a longer period for you to get that result of coming to page one, based on whatever anybody is searching. And now, just a little explanation. When people make a search, what Google does, Google crawls the entire internet based on the keyword that was searched for. It crawls the entire internet, picking out details, picking out websites where those keywords are present and presents them to you as the results. And all of that happens in a split of seconds, right? So if you don't want the particular information going out, don't post it online, because Google can crawl you to bring out even things you don't want to see, right? So it's important to keep some information to yourself if you don't want it to be in the online space. So just exactly the way Google crawls your website and brings it out. If somebody made a search with those, someone made a search with a particular keyword, that is the same way it will crawl your website, or it will crawl anything about you. You know, if you type your name, maybe your social media handles will show. There's always something about you that will show. You type your name and search. So what Google did was to crawl the internet and present to you websites that have your name, maybe Facebook, maybe LinkedIn, maybe Instagram, to show to you those places where your name is present, right? So what I was trying to explain there is the first ones you see with the @ sign are the ones that are actually paid for. Those are the search engine marketed results. And then the second one, the ones below the paid ones are the search engine optimized results called organic search listings. So those are the ones that are going to be shown to you second. All right, so this is a typical process for search engine marketing. Now you need to understand your customers. Like I mentioned earlier, you need to have a fictitious image. We call it a persona of what a typical audience of yours is made up of, right? And that is what actually determines everything. And then you search for the right keywords. Keywords are the words that people will actually make the search. When someone types in a word, that's a search query now. Those are all keywords. Now, keyword can be one word, can be two words, can be three words, can be a string of words, right? So you just make a keyword research and then fix them into your campaign, and then you create a copy. Your copy must be catchy. Your copy must be attractive. What people get to see when those results are shown to them, right? So you need to understand what your target audience want to see based on what you are marketing, right? What do they want to see? What will entice them to actually click on that ad and eventually convert? That is what you're supposed to type and make it catchy enough, make it drooly enough. Let me use that word for them to click on it. And then you put it all together on the ad platform and then get it done and post it and go live with it. So let's see a couple of differences between the search engine marketing and the search engine optimization. So the search engine marketing, you pay for search listings, while in the search engine optimization, search listings are free, like I mentioned, and then you bid for keywords, you bid on keywords, while in the optimization, you optimize with keywords. You use your keywords and do your content. That is basically more like giving Google what to work with. If you give Google the keywords from your website, you help Google to work with it and take you up the scale. You're just giving Google something to work with to help you. So you give it tools by using the right keywords um, on your pages, right? And then with the SEO again, it takes time, like I mentioned. And when with the SEM, if you want to appear tomorrow, you can set it up today. SEM will take a lot of time, right? So if you don't have the money to, if you don't have the money to run the ads, concentrate. If you have the money to run ads and you have the time, work on your website and your page till you get to page one. If you have the money, um, pay Google and appear at the first page and still go back and work on your website so that eventually you wouldn't need to be paying too much money. All right, so let's see how you can get started with the search engine optimization. Now, first off, you sign up for the Google Search Console. When you sign up for the Google Search Console, you monitor how your page, Google will monitor for you how your website is doing on search and show to you a possible ranking where you are present. And we'll be sending alerts on critical issues. What is wrong with your website? What is not wrong with your website? What can you change? What can you not change? All of that will be shown to you from the Google Search Console. And then you help Google to find your content by submitting a site map so that Google will show to you all the activities that are happening on that your web page. Then you promote your sites on and offline. You get to share very important content with top quality keywords that are present within your industry. Now, I mentioned the Google Business Profile. The Google Business Profile is a local SEO, while the Google Search Console is a technical SEO. You may need to do this alongside with your developer, right? This one may not work for the Google Business website. Of course, you need to have a domain name built website to be able to get this done. And then help Google and users to understand your content by, creating contents that are unique, right? And then they're accurate. You have accurate page titles. It still goes a long way to explain why you did your developer, because you concentrate your keywords on the headers, the meta tags, the header tags, H1, H2, H3. Google crawls the headers first, and then you have good titles and good snippets, and then use your heading tags to emphasize very important points. All of that is just you telling Google, giving Google the resources to help them to help you, using the right keywords, putting it in the right place. Yeah, helping Google to help you. And all of this is for free, interestingly. Okay, so a couple of tips for search engine optimization. You run the keyword research, can leverage on tools like the keyword planner, can leverage on tools like in RFs, can leverage, RFs is not free. SEM Rush is not free. Can leverage on tools like the Google Trends is free. Keyword planner is free, and those are Google tools, right? Google gives you almost everything for free. And then publish very high quality content, that are rich. You can add some hooks. Some hooks could be some case studies, could be some statistics, could be something very catchy about that your web page so that people can backlink it. The more people get to backlink you, more people reference you, the more Google tends to find out that what you're doing is relevant, is useful, and they begin to index you upward, right? and then make your web pages search friendly. Now you can check a particular platform like g.co/testmysite.com. You are going to know how fast your website is loading. And then Google is going to make some suggestions. Then the search engine console is going to make some suggestions as well. They show to you maybe if your pictures are loading too slowly, that means they're too heavy. If the videos are too much, Google is going to make suggestions. Take this picture, delete it, so that, or maybe lower the pixel so that it loads faster, because your load speed counts a lot to what comes up with your web page. How high you rank on search, your load speed counts a lot. Okay, so what are display ads? Display ads basically are all those ads that get to be displayed to you when you are browsing on websites, you are browsing on internet, you are browsing on particular some apps, right? They're more like the posters, they're more like the banners that you find when you're on the streets. So these ones are digital banners, right? So they come in form of text, images, come in form of videos, and you find them across the entire internet. They are catchy and they're basically used to drive awareness. Okay, so you are going to see a couple of differences between the display advertising and the search advertising. So like I mentioned earlier, the display advertising is focused around serving those ads across various websites, news, blogs, web apps, everywhere. You just find them, right? And then the search is focused around matching your ads to users' search queries on search engines like google.com or any other platform. So when people go to search engines to make a search, their intent is high. They want to actually do what they're searching for. But display advertising will show to you whether it's invited or not. They just interrupt you, interrupt what they are doing and show to you on a particular website. So intent is high. That's why search is mostly relevant when the primary objective is to generate sales. But display is used basically to drive awareness and just to increase traffic around what you do, around the brand, around whatever you're doing. Okay, so a typical process for display marketing would be for you to understand your customers, basically have customers at the back of your mind across all the digital marketing channels. Customers first. What do you want? What do you want them to get across to them? What is the message you want to get across to them? You should have them first in your mind before you get to do anything. Okay, because that's what actually determines every other thing. So you have that persona lay down somewhere so that whenever you want to do any of the digital marketing strategies, you go there and reference your kind of customer so that you won't be shooting off the grid, right? And then you find keywords and find placement ideas, and then you get your creatives, make your creatives done. It could be videos, it could be the visuals, it could be some text, however you want it. So put it all together on the Google Ads platform, and then you go live with it. All right. So social media marketing will basically be having your presence on all these social platforms and marketing there as well. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, LinkedIn, Snapchat, and the rest of them. Who is on LinkedIn? Oh, Etsy is like eBay. Okay, eBay is an e-commerce store. Thank you so much for explaining that to me, Judy. Okay, so what did you ask again? Let me check. Do you pay to be on Etsy? Well, different platforms have different kinds of understandings and rules with their merchants, right? So you may just need to find out what works for what. With eBay, eBay is not a Nigerian brand. Amazon is not a Nigerian brand too. I only know that you can sell your books on Amazon. I don't know if Nigerians can sell products on Amazon, but I know you can sell on Junior, Konga, and you can check out places like Kilimall, the ones for Kenya, and the other one for South Africa. There are a lot of them. So there are agreements, and they are always different when they are dealing with particular vendors. So you may just want to check up, head over to their site and check up how to be a merchant, right? And then you're going to find all those details. Thank you so much for asking. So somebody asks here, can one have two different profiles for two businesses? Yes, you can. You can have different businesses on one email account, or you can have two separate emails for one business, or vice versa. You can do it anyhow you want to do it. It's all left to you. But just get it verified, right? Because if you don't verify, you won't be able to post pictures for people to see. You won't be able to get reviews from people. You won't be able to receive messages from people, and all of that they really matter for your SEO ranking. So if you don't get it done, if you don't verify, Google will not give you all those other features. So if you want to be on the map, business.google.com. I'm sure Beryl can share that link. So you just head over to business.google.com and set up your Google business profile, and then you reach out to Impact Her, and then they'll get you verified. I'm sure Beryl can share the business link and the verification link as well, so that after you set it up, you can reach out to Impact Her to help you get it verified. Okay, so like I was saying, I came here to ask actually who is on TikTok. How many of you are on TikTok? Judy, are you on TikTok? Quick Meals. Rosalind, are you on TikTok? TikTok cuts Chika. Are you on TikTok? So TikTok cuts Grace Ann. TikTok has caught a great attention in the past few months, right? So a lot of businesses are putting down to TikTok, right? So if you are not on TikTok, please, you are not on TikTok. Okay, Rosalind said no. So if you are not on TikTok, it's a place you may want to maybe just peep into to see if it's possible to get your business update. Chika said yes. Okay. So apart from the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Snapchat, which were the ones that we knew, right? Okay. So Chika said yes. Nello said no. Nello said just peep into to see if you can take your business there. Okay. Braco said I'm not on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok equally, right? So I'm just saying because the phenomenal. Something you may want to check if you can take your business there. Okay, so why should you use social media? Because social media will give you that place to divert traffic to your site and reach specific audiences on different social media platforms and target ideal customers. You can always target ideal customers, and then it's even cheaper to even work on Facebook, to even work on social media generally, and you can always get to generate leads. So the main difference is I'm going and the paid social media. So now I'm just going to answer that. Organic social media, the views, the clicks, the actions, the posts, and all of that are all free. One. And then you have the contents that gets to appear on business profile and in people's news feeds on the organic one. But your ads can always show in more places. And then you can always reach followers and friends of your followers on organic, but you can only reach people that you follow. Sorry, you can only reach followers and friends of your followers on organic, but people that you follow does not matter when you're paying money. Facebook will show it to everybody and all those platforms. Facebook, Twitter will show your audience, right? And a typical process would be again on what do you want to achieve, choose an objective, and then create the ad or video, whatever you want to do. Set up a budget and then you set up the ad. The last pause before we call it a wrap. Any other questions for me in the chats? Do I have any questions? Um, just going to remind you / Hustle Academy. And then what are your next steps? Your next steps would be for you to do some more learning. Digital.google.com and /digital skills. You'll be able to gather up some more details about digital range of certification courses, both the ones from themselves and the ones that are partnering with to enjoy your learning process. It's quite interesting to learn some more. And then follow us on the social media platforms. Those links are going to be shared in the chats, and then I'm going to be saying a very big thank you to you. Thank you so much, everyone that has been here with us. Braco, Pick Mills, Nello, Chika, Rosaline, and who else is here? Judy, thank you so much. And everyone that's been here keeping us company. Do well to fill the attendance form, do well to follow us on social media platforms. And then sign up to join the Hustle Academy, and then just learn if you have to. Thank you so much for sharing this time with us. So looking forward to seeing you in the next session, right? So while we wait for that, enjoy the rest of your day. So this is me signing out right now. Enjoy your day.